When I started this video series, I was dripping sweat and complaining about the heat. Now I'm turning the fire on and warming up. Maybe I should get this thing taken care of.
How big is that?
So I got this all together last night and fired it up, and it sounds amazing again. I only did the passenger side, so my quest today is move that AC, drain a little bit of coolant out, take that coolant pipe off, same thing with that intercharge or intercooler pipe, remove that, and then I should be able to move all this harness stuff out of the way and get that valve cover off as well. I've still got the other half of this Merchant Automotive pushrod kit to put on, and then with any luck I won't have any stuff like this happening anymore. It's going to be great. So believe it or not, I homeschool my kids, and any question they ask me that I actually know the answer to, or something that we can figure out together, I show them. And they are girls, and they are very mechanically apt. They can do a lot of things. They've helped me with roofing, they've helped me with machining stuff. The little one there, I taught her how to weld. They work on their tractors. She works on her dirt bike, and there's nothing that those little girls couldn't do if they put their mind to it. So whenever they ask me a question, even if it's something that they might not understand, I'll show them later what a camshaft does. I'll show them later how it's timed and things like that. But just for a little bit of understanding on how things work, I like to show them. So you might have seen that a little bit ago. She came in and was asking if she could wake up her older sister. It's Saturday and it's after 9 o'clock and her sister's still sleeping. Yes, go wake up your sister. But we had a little school lesson while she was out here, and that's great. Well, I have it to the point where I can pull the fuel lines and pull that valve cover again. The funny thing about all of this is when the time came to tear that side apart, I was more nervous about it, just because of the harness and getting it out of the way. But finding those clips for the injector computer, I made it actually simpler than this side. Now I have the power steering in the way, brake booster, fuel lines, the fuel lines for the rail, all that stuff's in the way on this side. So come to think of it, the passenger side is actually easier, but I want to get this done. So one thing that I did not consider is that little bump out on the firewall for the steering column. And you can see I have right in the center of the camera a 5mm bit that's 1/4 inch drive, and so far I'm hoping with that and a 12-point wrench It might be my only option as far as getting that one loose. There's no room to get an Allen wrench. There's no room to get my Allen socket in there like that one right there by the fuel rail. So hopefully this wrench I'll be able to break it loose and twist it out. So how I did the other side without dropping any of those push rods in the bucket of oil, I don't know. But thanks to this little magnet here, I ended up just kind of changing up my style and just throwing the magnet on the push rod and dipping it in the oil anyways. It worked out well, and I'm just glad I had something to fish it out with. So cylinders 2, 4, and 6 are currently exposed. So number 4 right there is going to be the one that I'm watching when I spin it over now. And I'm going to be looking for top dead center on cylinder 4, which if you remember is 180 off from cylinder 1. And when those two hit their top dead centers, that's when I get to adjust the rest of the valves. So it's currently at top dead center. Coming around to the last 90 degrees right now. And there's back to top dead center. So reviewing that rotation, it was at top dead center of number 4 on the compression stroke when I started. Then the exhaust opened while it came to its last 90 degrees and closed at 180 degrees off top dead center. So now I can start my adjustment as if it's at top dead center on cylinder number 1 and adjust valves accordingly. Well, all of that went very well, is adjusting the valves, and now it is time to get this harness and fuel lines and power steering lines, etc., that air boost line, all put together and do another test run. I expect much better results this time.